Welcome back guys, I'm Latifah and welcome to the Indigo Moon channel. Okay, I'm really excited to show you this look today because I am obsessed with the 60s. Anything 60s music, 60s makeup, I love. So if you're into it too, I think you're going to enjoy this look. I filmed this yesterday, I hope you guys like it, let me know what you think. Hi guys, so firstly I based the eye with a concealer. I've used Revolution Conceal and Define in shade C1. Once I've got this based on the eye, I'm then going to blend out the edges with a Morphe M441 brush, which will just get rid of any harsh lines around the eye so we can blend out easier. Next up, I'm using a Morphe M250 and I'm going to use that with an Inglot eyeliner. This is preference what brush you'd prefer to use with this, but I always prefer to use a pointed brush when doing such a delicate eyeliner. I want to really make sure I can get the shape right, so I'll just keep going back and checking it and making sure I'm happy with the shape. You'll find that I keep adding little bits as I go, just because it's very easy to mess it up at this stage, so I always like to make sure that it's exactly how I want it. And then going in on the inner corner of the eye. Notice how I'm only doing the top part of the inner corner. Once I've underlined the eye, I'm then going to go back into the inner corner. And then going to go in with a Morphe M410 brush. I add just a touch of concealer to this brush. This will help me clean up the sharpness of the lines. And then taking my Morphe M166 brush just to pat out any creases that can happen in the concealer before drawing my black line. And then slowly, step by step, I'm adding the black liner on the top to create the circular shape. This can be quite tricky, so take your time with it. As you'll notice, I've made just a few little mistakes, but I can come and clean that up afterwards. In the same way, I use the M410 brush to clean the flicks. Okay, let's talk palettes. I'm using the Morphe James Charles palette. I'm starting off with the signature yellow for this look. Using a clean M166 brush, I'm just patting that colour in, then taking a small brush just to pat in some orange around the outer corner of the look. I take my time when I'm doing this because I really want to build on that colour, so I'll just keep going in until the colour really intensifies. And then taking a neutral shade and sweeping it over the brow area, just to blend out where the concealer was, just to keep the area nice and bright. Okay, let's talk skin base. Notice how I apply the foundation to the skin first in different areas and then use a larger brush to pat that foundation in. This is a process I always use when applying foundation. It helps get an even coverage and a really full coverage. I'll keep patting into the skin until I'm really happy with the coverage. Next up, concealer. Under the eyes, on the forehead, nose and chin. My favourite brush for patting in concealer is the Morphe M173. You can really push the product in and get a full coverage without any streaks. I pat the concealer as close to my waterline as possible, just to keep that brightness underneath the eye. I then go back with my foundation brush, which was my Morphe M405, just to even that blend out. I'm now taking my Morphe E48 with a little bit of dark contour and just working that round the face. You can use a smaller brush if you want to carve out the nose area more, but I'm happy to do it with just one brush today. Next up, just a little blush on the apples of the cheeks, just to warm up the face. And then finally I use a BECCA highlighting palette just to pop them cheekbones, using my favourite highlighter brush, which is the Morphe M501. Okay, it's time for eyebrows, so I'm just going to brush them up at first, just so I can see the shape. Now I'm taking some brow gel and some brow highlighter. You can use the brow highlighter in lots of different ways. I think it's a great way to just get some highlight on the face and just in the inner corner of the eyes too. Don't feel restricted to using one product just for that specific area. Play around and see what you can create. I'm now using that concealer brush just to blend that in a little bit. Next up, the brow gel. A lot of people use brow gel as a final product. I prefer to use it first, just so I can see the shape of my brow, and then I'm going to go in with some colour. I've used a range of different products to draw my brows, but at the moment this is one of my favourites. It's just a typical Morphe dip pot. I like my brows quite dense, but fluffy on the top, so this works perfectly for me. Okay, time to set the skin. I'm using this Morphe banana powder. I think anyone with a warm skin tone like mine, or even just an olive skin, banana powder works brilliant. It's the only thing I'll use. Putting translucent powder on my skin just creates an ashy look, and it is not the look I'm going for. Anywhere that I've concealed, I'm just going to put over to set that concealer. Okay, lips. I've gone for a nice soft pink because it's 60s theme and pop colour was really popular then. I've then gone over with a peach gloss just to give it that shiny pop. I'm now going to run through some mascara just to prep my eyes before I attach my lashes. Lashes are on and I'm going to neaten up those inner corners again. It really makes the difference to accentuate that cat's eye. Finally, some bottom lash mascara. I'm going extra heavy on this look just to fit in with that 60s theme. So guys, this is the finished look. I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial today, as have I. I love the 60s look. I'm obsessed. Teamed with the hair and the gold earrings, it's given me serious 1960s Versace vibes. If you'd like to know any other tips and tricks on this look, please do get in touch. Hi guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you have any questions based on this look, please let me know. Anything to do with products or the brushes that I used, please don't hesitate to ask. If you have some ideas as well for some looks that you'd like me to recreate, go ahead and get in touch. If you like what you see, please subscribe. We have plenty of things coming up and I'm excited to share them with you. Press the little alarm bell as well so you get notifications on when we're posting more videos. Thanks guys!